So, hey everybody. So the question is around pseudo-mono processing techniques used for OSC imaging. And in my last image of the Rosette Nebula, I tried something new and I wanted to show it to you. So anyway, stick with me here and I'll show you something. Maybe it's new to you, maybe it's not, but I thought it was pretty cool. My name is Doug and this is AstroAF. Yeah, so anyway, I was having this discussion with a friend of mine about exposure times, and I decided to go ahead and lower my exposure from 5 minutes to 3 minutes on a target I was working on because I was finding that I was having some overexposure areas. And although I'm in a Bortle 6 area, which is one of the reasons that I use the narrowband filters, 5 minute exposures have been really I've been really happy with the results that I've been getting on that. So I haven't done a whole lot of 180-second exposures. Did have darks already made for it because I just make a whole range of them. And so I was like, well, I'll just do some 180-second exposures with the HA filter. And it was really interesting what I found out, and I wanted to show you here. And basically, it was combining hydrogen alpha data from one set of sessions and then oxygen 3 data from another set of sessions. And one of the interesting things about the O3 is it always seems to be a little bit light as far as detail and signal. With the 5 minute exposures versus the 180-second, the 3 minute exposures, the 5 minutes obviously have a lot better oxygen data. However, with the amount of exposures I was able to take with the 180-second frames, the hydrogen alpha data came out looking really, really good and less overexposed looking to me than the 5 minute exposures. And so it was kind of a win-win because I had more images in the same amount of time with better detail with less overexposure. And I thought that was a really good thing. So, but the HA data from the 5 minute exposures had so much better oxygen data. And I said, I want to take the 5 minute exposure oxygen data and I want to mix it with the 3 minute exposure hydrogen alpha data. And I hadn't done anything like that before. And it was, I'm sure it's not a new idea and it's nothing that's like complex or anything, but if you haven't thought about it, you might try this because I think it was really cool. Got some great results, which I'm going to show you here at the end. So stick around. I'll do a real quick run through in Siril just to show you how I set that up and show you some of the pre-process images, and then we'll go in and I'll do a reveal on that. So anyway, here, check it out. All right, over here in Siril, I've got my home directory set up already to my processing. And in here, I've got a couple files which are from Graxpert. So these are my background extracted files. And the O3 is from the 5 minute exposures, and the HA Graxpert file is from the 180-second or 3 minute exposures. So anyway, what I did, I actually started out in pixel math, but I ended up liking the result better from the RGB compositing. Not sure why. I probably could have got equal or better, maybe, I don't know, in pixel math, but this was just super easy. So I went with the easy route. And so anyway, for my hydrogen, I was just doing HOO to begin with. I like doing that. So I chose my background extracted HA file for hydrogen, and then I just applied the oxygen to the red and green channels. And then I need to do a quick alignment, so we'll auto stretch, and I'll just choose some stars here and align, and we'll close. And if we look at the RGB on this, I was already happy with it. I mean, I've got this, great coloration inside here, lots of clarity, and with a little bit more work in processing, I was able to really develop the outside areas of this nebula, plus bring out a lot of this background. So it was just going really, really good. And so I just went through my standard process, which you've seen in my other videos. I won't take up the time doing that here. But when I get an initial result, before I've even really begun doing any processing at all like this, I know that I'm going to have some good success when I get into color saturation and working and bringing out colors. I can see that I'm going to get some blues out of here. I've got to do some calibration and remove green noise, and then go ahead and go through the normal stretching process and everything. So, but anyway, I was super excited when I got to this point, right when I started, to see that my auto stretch was looking really, really good just to begin with. And I knew that this was going to have a lot of possibilities. So, it was a lot of fun to work on. So anyway, with that, that's really as simple as it was, just applying technique from different channels, from different band passes, and combining them together in Siril here. And did that because the oxygen was enhanced in the 5-minute long exposures. And then, but I found that the oxygen was weak in the 180-second exposures, so I could take advantage, however, that the HA data was really strong in the 180-second photos, as you'd expect. And then, almost a little bit overpowered and oversaturated in the 5-minute photos. So anyway, this is why I liked it. I'm kind of excited about it. I want to try it again on the next target and see how things go. Maybe get more oxygen data, spend more time on that. So yeah, that's it. Pretty easy. So just combining some different band passes from different exposure times, from different night sessions. You could certainly do it within the same night. But it is kind of a pseudo mono technique because we're using bandpass data specifically from the filters. And obviously with an OSC camera, the amount of data that we have in a single exposure color data is really biased toward the green, and we don't have as much. So you have to compensate with more exposures in order to fully develop that. So we're talking some good time in it. I think I had over 13 hours in, total integration in this image you're about to see. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like this video, please leave a like, and a subscribe would be amazing. Love for you to share with your friends if you think that would help somebody out. So anyway, my name is Doug, and this is AstroAF.